or two. So it's like, hey, what do you want for dinner? Ah, potatoes. That's a thing. Where is this? Potato. It's like a default thing, you know?
Do you remember Nintendo DS?
Yes, very much. I have my own little like novelistic story about it.
Well, I'm interested to hear that. But so I had a Nintendo DS, and you could. There was basically the beginning of like social media and video games. Now, pickup chat, right? This was not really something that I used a lot. I don't think I understood it. But you could set your name, and you could set a kind of like a status. And my status was. Give me a second. I actually don't remember it. I was like, it's banter. What the fuck was it, man? It was.
I'm not bailing you out.
I think it was like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Period. Potato. People would be like, oh, like, you know, like potatoes part of it. I was like, no. It's its own separate entity.
That's a different sentence.
Yeah, that is a different part. Now, was I a little 2007 random humor? Yes, but maybe I was onto something here.
Yeah, great DI from Mark, by the way.
Yeah, that is that's Jay Luke's doubles partner.
Yes. Much like PPMD and Luz, or
yes,
they're gonna win.
Now, yeah,
or get fifth rather.
Yeah. Well, fifth is kind of win as long as you beat H-Box.
That's true.
Yeah, we got some fun players here. We got Billz from St. You're SparkinMed. Do you know anything about SparkinMed?
Oh no, just sparkling water.
You know, I gave up effervescent drinks for Lent. I am not a religious guy, but I do believe that depriving yourself of something that you like for a set period of time, I think it builds character. So I do like giving up stuff for Lent. Now, I gave up kind of something not too big, but you don't know how much you want a little spindrift until it's Tuesday at 2 p.m. and you're like, can't have the spindrift.
I always found myself gaming Lent as a kid, and then that was part of my letting go.
I'm giving up homework for Lent.
Yeah, I would try to like give up an emotional state, like Severance.
I gave up video games.
I gave up Spite.
I gave up Spite in video games.
So I got a Nintendo DS. Here's the story.
Yeah.
My sisters all got Game Boys. I did not get a Game Boy, and I was like, "This is crazy."
Game Boys for the girls. DS for the boys.
No, I got nothing. I'm a gamer. I didn't get no Game Boy. I was too little. Whatever. And I said, "This new thing is coming out."
Game Boy.
That's right. You know me. Anyways. Yeah. Hey.
We're getting forcibly kicked off.
Maybe. For complaining too much about the audio.
Honestly, yeah.
So I did chores. The whole thing was I ran around the neighborhood and I did like tasks for everybody, $1 at a time. I'll clean up your leaves. I'll mow your lawn. I'll do an extra chore around the house.
Yeah.
And I would make my money a little bit at a time until I had about 140. And then my parents said, we'll spot you the other 10. And that's true. The Nintendo DS was $150. Can you believe it?
Should have been $550.
You know, if they were prescient, it would have been. But I will say, in 2002, would have been a bit of a sticker shock for the target audience.
It's not out in 2002. The DS. This was not out in 2002. Look, man, I will yes and you. I'm pretty sure it might be like 06, 04. We split the difference.
It was closer to you. Oh, no, it was in the middle.
Split the difference. I mean, it was November, so it is closer to me, but I'm happy to say we split the difference.
Well, how about this? Nintendo DS announcement.
Okay.
It was announced in November of 2003 and released in January of 2004.
DS
So honestly, closer to 2003 than 2004.
Sure, yeah.
So you can go ahead and make your apology now to me.
That's not how this works. If something gets announced, it doesn't mean it came out.
It means 2002 was not unreasonable. They certainly were developing the technology in 2002.
It was definitely not unreasonable. It just wasn't correct. I'd like to hear more of this story, if you don't mind.
There's no more to it. I was just a good, industrious boy, and I was rewarded for my labor.
Okay. And did you enjoy your DS?
I still have it.
Do not answer the question.
Yeah. Okay. I went crazy. I caught them all in Pokemon Diamond.
Really?
and I've never played Pokemon since.
Yeah. Diamond. Yeah, sorry. That's right.
I played a lot of Emerald.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is that kids are so fickle. I remember I had Ruby, which I usually went for the blue one. But I had Ruby. I played so much out of that I made my mom buy me Sapphire. By the way, there's like 2 Pokemon difference, right? And I played Sapphire so much, and then Emerald comes out, and guess what? I'm suddenly too old for that shit. I'm like, oh, Pokemon? You still playing that? I looked up the release dates. They are like within a year of each other. And I changed that much.
Those are the years where a kid, you tell a 7-year-old, hey, you're 6, right? And they're pissed. Oh, yeah. I am not a 6-year-old. I am not a child as you imagine me. I have seen a 6th more things, 16% more than you thought I had.
Yeah.
Think about it for me and you. What's 16% at our age?
Can't even do that math.
I can't. And that's the kind of things a 7-year-old would know.
Yeah. Also, you would think you'd go the other way. You go, what are you, 8? And maybe they go, oh, no, they still hate that too.
Yep, they don't want to be a baby. By the way, I want to call out a fellow White Marth enjoyer on the stream. I'm a White Marth player because I lost my Green Marth in a color money match years ago. I was condemned by Louis, the original head TO of football.
So
He beat me so bad with Sheik in our money match that I am cursed. I must defeat a Sheik in bracket in order to reclaim my color green.
That's never happened.
I think I did do it once, but it felt like they were a new player, and so it didn't quite feel like I had abided by the spirit of the thing.
Yes, the agreement. Now, here's a question for you.
And eventually you become accustomed to your chance.
That's what I'm gonna say. If you wanted green back, would you go back to green?
The Green Knight, my favorite movie.
Yeah, Danny wasn't. He said it was fine. He said it was a really beautiful movie, but not a great story. I disagree.
I disagree too. He doesn't understand the role of myth and myth making, which is funny because you think he would. He works through melee stats.
Yes, you think he would.
He's a little too heavy on the stats, not so hot in the melee.
Print the legend. Anyway, DS, something. I don't really remember where we were at. SparkinMed.
You know, Kel's retired pretty shortly after a full blow.
Yeah.
It was the first time I ever beat him friendly.
Probably
Not long.
That's probably it.
The last straw. Dead ass. I've heard so many people who retire after we play.
Yeah, I think that it is not an indictment of Jack Zilla's skill. I think that there are a lot of people that are in your range. It's just, that's what.
Okay, let's calm down.
Hey,
You want to play?
I just said it's not an indictment.
I'll mess you up.
I said.
Diego, full-blown TO. I've been trying to get him to play. We finally play on net play. He's ranked, by the way, in Indiana.
Sure.
Top 10. I'm cooking him.
Time to move back.
And it's not hard.
Return to Indiana. Get ranked.
The levels? Levels are good.
We're good.
I'm cooking him. And I said...
The levels are good. What is it, Super Mario World?
Yeah. And he said, see me on CRT. I was like, that ping was not bad. Like, it's not going to get better for you. Falco versus Fox? Yeah, you're right. What you need is